Hey guys, it's Ian Lives, and today we're going to be talking about my Evil Dead collection. Now, Evil Dead is a franchise I like a lot. I mean, there's not a single movie in there that I don't like. I didn't realize until recently how much Evil Dead stuff I actually buy. Especially lately, it's becoming a lot more popular in the merchandise standpoint. I mean, it's all over. If you go to the mall, you're going to see something Evil Dead related there. It's just facts. So I have a bunch of physical media, not as much as I would have liked, but I have some physical media, I have some action figures, some collectibles, and yeah, we're just going to get into it. We are going to get into it. 'Cause I know a lot of people here, I've been trying to show you guys how much I appreciate physical media, how much I like physical media, and you guys really liked my DVD video. I showcase off the Anchor Bay DVDs. Now, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but this is for sure one of my favorite DVDs in my collection. It's very nice artwork. I watched the DVD, and it's actually really good quality for a DVD. I thought it looked great. Again, I like my DVD. I like horror on DVD because I like the film grain. I like that dirtier look. That's why I'm not over the moon about 4K, horror on 4K. There's a book in here. Ladies of Evil Dead. I had it flipped over, so I forgot about it. So yeah, there's Evil Dead 1 on Anchor Bay. From Anchor Bay. You got Evil Dead 2. I like the art on this one a lot. I don't see that very often. This is my favorite in the franchise, I would say. It's pretty neck and neck with another one that we're going to talk about soon. So there's 1 and 2 from Anchor Bay. Now, one I just picked up yesterday because it was on sale for $15 and I didn't own this in any way. And it's one of my favorite Evil Dead related things out there. And that is Ash vs. Evil Dead. I would say, if I were to do like a quick ranking, the bottom will be Evil Dead Rise, even though I really like that movie a lot. It's my least favorite out of all of them. It would go Evil Dead Rise, Evil Dead, the original, which I love, but again, I won't explain, I'll just keep going. Evil Dead Rise, Evil Dead, Army of Darkness, 2013 Ash vs. Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2. I got them all right. I love Ash vs. Evil Dead. I think that this has the best humor. For me, I laugh the most when I watch this than when I watch any Evil Dead movie. So this was an instant purchase for me. It was on sale for like $15. You get all 3 seasons. Yeah, it's DVD, but I also really don't care. I mean, this is just a damn good price for the whole entire series. This was canceled way too soon. I couldn't see it being inconsistent past season 3. It would probably be just as good past season 3. Even though the series did end in a good way. It ended like, it didn't end on a cliffhanger like most of these shows do when they get canceled. It actually ended. So at least we have that. But I really love this show. I really do. I love the new characters with Pablo and what the hell her name is. I forgot her name. But I like the 2 new characters. I like her. What's her name? Ruby? Ruby, I think. And I just love Ash in this show. He has such a different sense of humor in here. Once again, the humor. It really clicked with me. He's like a very sexist douchebag in here. And it's just hilarious to me. I don't know why. Like, every single joke is about women. I love Ash vs. Evil Dead. Let me know your thoughts on this series. I know I don't think I've ever talked about the TV show, but I really do love it, and this was a really good purchase for me. I'm glad to own it, because I think the only way to watch it is on Stars, which is a very weird streaming platform. Next up are the Blu-ray and 4K. I have Evil Dead 2013 on Blu-ray. I got this at Goodwill. One of the only few decent Goodwill finds I found. Everyone always finds good stuff there. I forgot what YouTuber it was, but I was watching one. He found the Halloween Scream Factory 4K at Goodwill. It's like, Jesus, man, where do you guys live? I don't get any of that. I barely even have a Blu-ray section. You get maybe 3 or 4 Blu-rays, and 3 of them are Marvel. They're always mostly Marvel or Disney. You know, stuff I don't care about. One time I saw Evil Dead sitting on the Goodwill shelf, and I had to get it. I love this movie. Again, if you listen to my ranking, what did I rank this? Number 3? It's pretty close, though. I would say that this is neck and neck with Evil Dead 2, even though I put the show in between. But for movies, this is almost at the top. I have no issues with this. I think they knocked it out of the park for trying to bring it back, reimagine it. It was even in my Remakes That Work video. So if you guys want to check that out. I'm so excited for Alien Romulus. I have a lot of hope in Fede Alvarez. I really enjoyed Don't Breathe. It's not an amazing movie. Don't Breathe isn't amazing. But I still had a lot of fun with it. So I'm excited to see what he brings to the table when it comes to the Alien franchise, because he really did a good job handling the Evil Dead franchise. And that final act is just incredible. Next up is the only 4K here. If you guys haven't noticed yet, I only own 1 and 2 and the show on DVD. I don't have them on 4K yet, or Blu-ray. This is the only 4K I have, and this is the only way I own Army of Darkness. This was clearanced out at Walmart for like $20 a while back, so I got it. That's like when Best Buy first started stopping physical media. Then they kind of moved their extras to Walmart, I noticed. This was on sale for $20, and I love Scream Factory steelbooks. They all look incredible. They're just so gorgeous. I'll get the Killer Clowns one soon. I've been eyeballing it, but $35. I'm just gonna wait. They really put in detail on this one, because you get hella cuts in here. Hella cuts. You get the theatrical cut on 4K. You get the theatrical cut on Blu-ray. You get the director's cut on Blu-ray, and you get the international/television cut on Blu-ray. So you get 3 cuts, and one of them's on 4K. So the television cut, I guess, like the cuss words are censored out. So that's fun. Yeah, gorgeous steelbook. I love it, and they always make one picture. That artwork is incredible. I love Army of Darkness. This one grew on me the most. When I first watched it, I was like, okay, that was good, but definitely the worst out of all of them. The more that I sit with it, the more I think back and laugh in my head at some of the crazy moments in here. This is such a slapstick. This is the most comedic out of all of them, I would say, even though Evil Dead 2 is pretty damn comedic. Next up is the only video game here. I don't own the PlayStation, the new video game on physical. I have it in the background, just a YouTube video. I played a little bit of that game. I wasn't a fan, and that's coming from somebody who likes Dead by Daylight. I lived and breathed Dead by Daylight for a long time. And I also really enjoy the Texas Chainsaw games and the Friday the 13th game. That Evil Dead game did not click with me. It was too slow-paced for my liking, and the overall online mechanics were just wacky. So I don't own that physically, but I do own it digitally. Now this one I just bought today. I went to this buy, sell, trade, retro, vintage gaming store that I go to every now and then. And they had this in their expensive section. So this store, you basically walk in, and you have these rows and rows and rows of PS2, PS3, PS4, Xbox. They're all organized, and they're just like your everyday cheap, not too expensive, not too cheap games. In the far back of the store, they have this glass case full of rarer games. Like the Thing PS2 game, which I've been eyeballing. It's $40. That's just a little too much. And then they also have like all like the rare like Silent Hill games and all that. This one was there, and they wanted $35 for it, and it looked like so much fun, and I never heard of it, so I bought it. That is Evil Dead. What is it called? Regeneration. Evil Dead Regeneration. Immediately, I asked the guy, I said, can you take this out the glass so I can look at it? And I flip it over, and it says, Bruce Campbell as Ash. Ted Raimi as the sidekick. I was like, Ted Raimi voiced in this video game? I have to have it. I have to. Right before recording this, I played about an hour and a half of it, and it's so much fun. So I'm excited to beat the game. basically, so far from what I've played, you follow right after the events of Evil Dead 2, where Ash, they all thought that he murdered his friends in this cabin, so he is now in this mental institute. And somehow the demons go to the mental institute, and you have to escape the mental institute, and you end up with this sidekick guy. And you're basically just fighting demons with this guy. And he is voiced by Ted Raimi, and he is hilarious. And there's some very good one-liners in here. A lot of fun. The combat style is a lot of fun. The boss fights are a lot of fun. I'm really loving this so far. So I know that there's 2 more. They had the other one for PS2. The what was it called? Something about Boomstick. That one they did have. They wanted $25 for it with no case. It was just a disc. And I don't know. And there's also a PS1 game, which is really high regarded. But this was the first one I played. Evil Dead Regeneration. It's a lot of fun, guys. It's a little expensive, especially for an old game like this. I did look it up, though. It's going for a lot more on eBay and Amazon, so I got a pretty good deal. But I do love this game so far. I'm excited to play more of it. Moving on to some of the action figures. I'll start off with this pop figure since it's very simple. I don't have the box with me, but this was a very cheap pop figure to get. When I first, I was like, I want to get some. I just put those shelves up, by the way, so that I can display my pop figures. When I was first getting those, and I was like, I want to get some horror ones, I was like, I need an Ash. They have 3 or 4 different Ashes. They have an old Ash where he looks kind of boxy when pop figure was first coming up. They have an old Army of Darkness one where he's also kind of boxy looking. And then they did one for Ash vs. Evil Dead where he looks a little older. And then they also did one for Army of Darkness, a newer one, which I kind of wish I got that one instead, where he's holding the Necronomicon with the metal hand, and it looked really cool. This is the one I got because it was $10 on Amazon. This is the 40-year anniversary version. And I kind of wish he had blood or something on him. He looks very clean and plain, but I don't know. I knew I wanted an Ash pop figure, so I got the cheapest one. So there he is with his little chainsaw. There he is. Next up is going to be my NECA figure. Now, I just started displaying these outside of the box because I have shelves up there. Again, I bought shelves to display some of my stuff. So I have him posed right now because he was on the thing where he's looking at his hand and he's holding the axe up. And I also don't have all the accessories out, but I do have them all. They're just not, they're not all out. So this is the Evil Dead 2 NECA figurine. It's the Ultimate Edition. You get different heads for him. You can make him the evil Ash. You get different hands. You can make his hand with the bandage where he cut the hand off. He also comes with his boomstick. The Necronomicon right here. You also get the record player thing. And then you get his girlfriend's head. Those are just some of the ones. He also came with different hands and heads, but really detailed figures. I really love NECA. I just wish they were a little cheaper. They're a little pricey for what they are. Yeah, the boxes are cool and the Velcro things are cool, but now that I'm displaying them out, they're really just action figures. These could be like $25-$30, but instead they're $50 to $60, and it's just insane. Especially for some of the ones that I really want, like the Night of the Creeps one. And the, which is a different type of NECA. It's not the Velcro one. The Night of the Creeps one is like the They Live one that I have. But also, like, I really want the one with Dr. Loomis and Michael Myers. That's expensive. They're coming out with the American Werewolf in London one, which is going to be expensive. But I'm still here for what NECA is doing, and I love them. I've always been a fan of action figures, so having horror ones are really cool. Now, the last thing that I know of, I might have forgot something, hopefully not, is this picture that I got from an antique mall. Now, I showed this off a couple months ago. I don't know if this is a print or if somebody locally actually painted this, because it is signed. It is signed. This is pretty sick, dude. This is one of my favorite pictures that I own, without a doubt. I think this is supposed to be Army of Darkness. It looks like Army of Darkness to me. And he's got the chainsaw with the zombie in the reflection of the chainsaw. And if you look closely, it looks painted. Again, this could have just been a reprint. I have no idea, but it does have a signature down here. It's hard to see on camera, but it's got a signature in gold and a signature in blue. This was $10. This was only $10. I had to get it. It came with the frame too. Incredible art. I love it. So that hangs on my wall over there. And that was my Evil Dead collection. I thought this would be fun. You guys seem to like the little collection videos. You guys really showed support on the DVD video. So I really do appreciate that because I put a lot of time into that one. A lot of DVDs. It's no joke. A while back I did a Pulp Fiction one because I have so much Pulp Fiction stuff because that's something I like to collect. I really like to collect Pulp Fiction on different formats. I'm only missing Laserdisc at this point. And maybe vinyl, the soundtrack on vinyl. But I thought I had enough Evil Dead stuff to do an Evil Dead collection, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your favorite Evil Dead thing that I own. Mine is probably either that picture or this video game, because playing this, just like an hour and a half of it, it's just a lot of fun. And it's it's an odd thing to own. I feel like no one talks about these PS2, PS1 Evil Dead games, but that one's a blast. I highly recommend it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We're close to 1,000 subscribers, so please subscribe if you have not yet, and hit the bell. It means a lot, and it also supports. Follow my Discord server down below in the description below. Also, follow my Instagram at IanLives_, and follow my Letterboxd at wehateian. I love you guys, and I hope the video was groovy.